Hello everyone, and this is Phoenix here, and today we're going to be doing another pickup video, and this is the first one of 2016, and that's a good thing because, well, I think 2016 has been going great so far. Now, one thing I would like to talk about a little bit on, but I'm not going to get too much into it, is that, so I know on my Facebook page I ended up making something where I thought about like changing the name of the pickup videos where, you know, I'd make up like some like original name and then put like episode 1 or something and then go like for every month to go like 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Or just like keep it general like this, you know, like video game pickups of like January 2016. Well, I think it's obvious if you're looking at the title now. Well, I'm just keeping it general, but it was an idea I had and it did seem pretty good and I was leaning towards it for a little bit, but then I was like, you know what, it's so much easier to just do it like this, whatever, we'll just keep it the same. So, yeah, this one is going to be a lot more smaller haul than usually. That's probably because of the fact that I was just, like, not, like, doing too much when it comes to collecting and such, or just buying games or any type of thing like that. So, yeah, let's just begin. Alright, so the first game we're going to be talking about, now, this is something new that has never been happened on my channel before. Never been happened, lol. Okay, now, before I reveal the game, what happened here is that someone actually, like, sent me a game, like, someone on YouTube sent me, like, a package, and they did it because, like, you know, like, my birthday and, like, Christmas were, like, very close or whatever, so they just did it because they feel like being nice about it, and, you know, that's fucking awesome, and that's cool, and this was a gift from Floops900. I did a video collaboration with him, and, yeah, before I reveal the game, one thing I would like to say is that, just because it's the first time it's happened, so I figured I might as well say it now, is that if there's anyone on this channel who, you know, ever so feels like wanting to give me something that they, like, don't want anymore or whatever, here's the thing. Only do it because you want to, not do it because you have to, because obviously I'm never going to ask you guys for anything in return for when it comes to these kinds of things. Like, obviously I would never make, like, one of those, like, funding pages or whatever, just because I just don't think it's something that I would really want to do. So with that being said, I just want to just go out and say that if you do feel like ever giving me something like really small or whatever, I mean that's fine. Like, you know, just contact me on my Facebook page or whatever, and you know, we'll work things out. But of course, like I said, only do it because you want to. Don't do it because you feel like you have to. Because honestly, I think you should just like focus on yourself while I focus on myself. But of course, I would like to give some things away to some people there, but like I said, it's really my own prerogative, and it's really your own prerogative, too. I just want to say that out there right now, because, like I said, first time for everything. So the game that he ended up giving me was a Vita game. It's in one of these generic cases, but I'm going to make a cover for it, and it's Yeast Memories of Calista, which is, you know, part of the Yeast series. It's actually a remake of 4. Because as you know, Yeast 4 was actually not developed by Nihon Falcom, it was actually, they made 2 of them. And the original one, I have the Super Nintendo one of a reproduction cart, it's Mask of the Sun. I forget who developed that one, I can't remember their name at the top of my head. And then there was one that was developed by Hudson Soft, but it was only released in Japan, and it was on the Turbo, well, not the Turbo, well, yeah, it is a Turbo Graphics, but, you know, the Japanese one, the PC Engine, but the CD add-on for it, I forget the name of that one, I think it's the PC Engine CD, but I could be wrong. Well, anyways, it's finally their own version of the game, because they didn't make that one, so, I haven't played it yet, which is unfortunate, but that's because I've been playing a lot of, Trails of Cold Steel, which is a fucking awesome game. Probably one of my other favorite games that came out last year. It's just a shame that it came out like so late in the year, but yeah, definitely enjoying that one. But after when I've done that one, I'm gonna definitely get into this one. So yeah, definitely can't wait to get into it. It's a game I've always wanted ever since I found out about it and how I wanted to get a Vita, just never could find it for the life of me. So, yeah, thank you, Floops900, and in return, I'm gonna definitely get you something in return. I just don't know what yet, but we'll figure that out. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna talk about, I only got one PS4 game, but it was one I've wanted for quite a while, but I was kind of debating on it for quite some time, and that happens to be Mortal Kombat X, or MKX, or MK10, whatever you want to call it. Well, yeah, so the reason why I was kind of debating about it was because I remember when this game, like, when it first came out, they announced that it was going to have, like, microtransactions and shit, and, Yeah, it does have it, but thankfully you don't have to actually buy it to enjoy the game or anything like that, because it's just a bunch of stupid crap. But anyways, though, so I ended up getting this because, you know, I love Mortal Kombat, and I love Mortal Kombat 9. That game was just awesome. So when this one came out, and, you know, I thought the game looked really fucking cool, and you know what? It actually is fucking awesome. I really like the story mode in it. I actually just beat it recently. It's not a long story mode, and it's also not as hard as the one in Mortal Kombat 9, because I fucking hated those 2-on-1s. I always thought those ones were such bullshit. But they were doable. It was just really, really hard because I would always at least die at least like 3 times on one, but this one they don't have any of that, thank God. But yeah, definitely a lot of awesome fatalities to be done, a lot of great characters. I actually really like using Kung Jin and Aaron Black. Those guys are fucking awesome. So, yeah, anything else I can say about this one is that, yeah, I would definitely say this is another game that came out last year that I really, really enjoyed. It just, you know, I kind of wish I played it last year, but, you know, I got a PS4 in November, so couldn't get everything out at that time, and that's totally fine. But, I also heard that apparently they're releasing another version of this that has all the DLC. I could have just waited on that, but, it's okay. I don't really mind. I mean, I can just get the DLC whenever I can. I mean, I got like a couple of them, but I didn't get like a lot. Like, I got Jason Voorhees, obviously, because, you know, how could you not have Jason Voorhees? I mean, he's awesome, so yeah, definitely a really good fighting game, and also just a really good game to have on in your PS4, Xbox One collection, whatever. That's just if you really like fighting games. Alright, this is the PS3 game, and this is one I actually wanted for a long time. I just never got around to it for some whatever reason, and that happens to be White Knight Chronicles. Now, yeah, this game doesn't have a manual or anything like that. I'm pretty sure it does, but, you know, it didn't come with one, but, you know, not the end of the world. Yeah, so this is a game, I remember I heard about it when it came out. I really wanted it, mostly because the cover of it looked fucking cool, and, yeah, I'm pretty sure you could probably agree that, yeah, this cover definitely does look fucking awesome. I mean, you know, this guy just looks fucking cool as shit. Yeah, now I haven't played it since I got it, unfortunately, but I do know a little bit about it. Like, it's an RPG, and it seems like an RPG where you're, like, a dude, and you, like, control, like, these giant knight dudes, and you have to, like, kill each other or something. That's what I think, but from what I heard about it, that's what I think it's all about. I could be totally wrong, but, yeah, for some reason I never got it, because, like, I always wanted it, but the game was, like, you know, like, it was kind of a lot, and then the price would always go lower, but whenever the time when it was like $20, I thought about getting it, but then I ended up getting like something else. Can't remember what it was at the time, but it was something. And I also heard that in this game it had co-op in it, but now you can't access it anymore, which kind of sucks, but thankfully the single player still works, and that's one reason why I like buying games that have a single player and a multiplayer, because if the multiplayer ever gets, like, fucked up in the future, at least it's not a complete paperweight, and much like fucking Meg. That shit just sucks. But anyways, though, yeah, this one definitely does seem really good. I can't wait to try it out whenever I can, and I know the second one does come with #1, but I haven't seen that game at all around, and this one was like $8, so I was like, why not? Besides, I just can't wait to play it, because it was one that was on my list for a while, but just kept on forgetting about it. Much like Folklore, that's another game that I know about it, and it does look awesome, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Alright, this one right here is a PS2 game, and this is one I have heard about, but I didn't really know a lot about it, and that happens to be Castle Shikigami 2. Now, I have heard of the third one before, and I know the third one's on the Wii, which would be really cool to own, but this one's on PS2. The first one, I can't remember. I think it might have been for PS2 as well, but I forget. But anyways, this is a series of shoot-em-ups, or bullet hells from what it looks like, and I haven't gotten around to playing this one yet either, unfortunately, I know. But it definitely does look like a really good game. I mean, I love shoot-em-ups, and bullet hells are also very fun, but also very hard, but, you know, that's what makes them fun. And, yeah, this one definitely does look really cool as hell. I mean, it has, like, an anime style to it, and I know there's a game on Steam I got a little while ago that's similar to this. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but I'll try and see if I can know what it is. I don't know, I'll put like a... Anyway, so this game definitely does look really awesome. Only thing that does suck is that it has that blue disc. You probably won't be able to tell, but, you know, like, it's blue, and usually the blue discs on PS2s are weird, because, like, sometimes they don't, like, run properly, or at least if they do, it's, like, loud as shit. In fact, one comment I remember someone made that was really hilarious, that in an older video that I did was, I believe it was Power Metal Gamer said it, and he said that whenever I put in a blue disc game in my PS2, it feels like it's launching NASA. Oh, that shit was funny. Yeah, I gotta give you credit for that, man, because that made me laugh so fucking hard. But yeah, definitely a game I will definitely get around to eventually. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a pretty easy to pick up and play game. It's I don't know, maybe I might play it tonight. Alright, so this one over here is a PS1 game. And I believe that's all the Sony-related games. Yeah, I got like one game on one Sony console. And this one is Kingsfield 2, which I now have all of them that are released in North America. Because, you know, as you know, the original Kingsfield that was released on PS1 did not come out over here. Now, this game is not, like doesn't have anything at all. Like, it's just a printed out cover. In fact, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it looks really, really blurry, especially the back. The back is, like, really, like, super duper blurry. But, yeah, the game is in there, and, yeah, I haven't played this one yet either, I know. I just need to get around to it, but one thing I did found funny with the disc is that I like the hand that's taking away the D. I thought that was really funny. But, yeah, I really do like the Kingsfield games from what I've played. I mean, I really like the first one. The first one was very enjoyable. The one on the PS2, that one's also very good, and, I really should do a review on this one, because I know I did the review of the first one, and it's actually one of the few older videos that I actually don't mind watching again, even though, of course, there's some things I said that I kind of wish that I didn't say, because it did make me sound kind of stupid, but I don't know, maybe that's the whole point, because, you know, I do like sounding stupid sometimes, so that's totally okay. But, yeah, Kingsfield 2, definitely can't wait to get into this one, and of course, I will guarantee you I will do a review on it, and then of course I'll do the review on the PS2 game, and I don't know, maybe if I can get, like, a working emulated copy of the original one, I would like to do that one too. So, yeah, we'll definitely get around to this. Alright, now this game over here is a Wii U game. And this one actually got a price drop, which I think was a good thing, because I was not going to pay $70 for it, and that happened to be Ronia, or I think, wait, how did he pronounce in the game again? I think it was Rodea? Yeah, I think it was something like that, the Sky Soldier. And this game, as you know, it actually comes with two games. So it comes with the Wii U game, and it comes with the Wii game. And it actually comes with two manuals too, which is pretty funny, because normally games don't come with any manuals at all. So, I haven't played the Wii version, but I've played a bit of the Wii U version so far, and the game is not bad, but it isn't great either. I mean, I like the idea of the game. I mean, as you know, it's made by Yuji Naka, the creator of Sonic, and it actually is a lot like Sonic, but, instead of running around, you're, like, flying and stuff. And of course, it also has, like the little capsule things that you pick up. They look exactly like the ones that are in Sonic, too, which is amusing. But, yeah, the game, it's, like, I like the idea of it. And there are some things about it that I really, really like. But the things that I don't like, at least as far as I played anyway, is I do find the controls do take a lot of time to get used to. I mean, they're not awful controls. I mean, at least they are responsive. They're just... It just has a weird control scheme, but yeah, I guess that is to be expected, but I don't know how else it could have worked, but from what I have played, it definitely is hard to get used to. But it's not a bad game at all, but definitely, you know, not worth paying $70 for, because that's how much this game cost around here when it first came out, and it got a price drop of like $45, so I guess that's not too bad. I mean, I don't know, like, I don't know how much I would have actually paid for it, like, if it was like any lower, but it also seems weird that there's also a big trend going on that whatever Wii U game has been coming out, like, people have been, like, buying, like, a shit ton of them and selling them for, like, $150. Yeah, fucking, what was it there, like, Devil's Third, and what was it, the physical version of Gina Sisters or whatever? God, that shit's stupid. I wish that didn't happen, but I guess we'll have to blame Nintendo for that, for not making enough of them. but I don't know, maybe eventually they might make an extra amount of them, maybe, I don't know. And because, I don't know, apparently Bayonetta 2 is also getting affected by it, and same thing with Pikmin 3, which I don't even have yet, and that one is something I would like to get, but might be a bit tough now, but you never know. It might have happened for this too, so I figured, you know what, 45 versus, you know, it could potentially become some dumb shit expensive thing in the future, so figure I might as well get it now. And honestly, the game isn't bad, it's just, you know, it's not great either, but I do like the idea of it though, and it's at least worth trying out, I would say. Alright, so on to the next stuff, and this is all like the older stuff. And this one right here is a Sega Genesis game, and that happens to be Outrun 2019, which is basically Outrun, like the racing series by Sega, but in the future, which is only 3 years away from now. And it's only the cart, it doesn't have the manual, but nah, that's okay. I mean, the game will only cost me like $10, so, you know, that's not that bad, I think. But, yeah, so Outrun, what can I say that hasn't been said before? I mean, it's a classic racing series from Sega. It's definitely one of the best ones that they ever made. Next to, you know, like Daytona USA, or another really good racing game that they made that I really, really like is Sonic All-Stars Transformed on the Wii U, or you can get it on PS3 and 360, and I believe you can get it on computer as well, but yeah, anyways, though, like, they know how to make a really good racing game, and this one is definitely an awesome one as well. Then again, I've never actually played a bad Outrun game. I mean, this game is pretty much, like, the same sort of thing, you know. You just drive around and just, like, in a futuristic setting and stuff, and there you go. Definitely has very nice graphics, really good music, and really, you just can't go wrong with this game. I mean, if you love racing games and if you love Outrun, this one is definitely fucking fun. And I can't say much other than that because, well, if you don't know what Outrun is, then you pretty much are living under a rock or something. This one over here is an NES game. And this was one I was actually looking for quite some time, but I just never found it ever, but until now. And that happened to be... Okay, the name of this one is really fucking long. It's The Magic of... Okay, it's that... It's like the magic of blah 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 Safari. Okay. Me trying to say the name of this game is just a nightmare, but yeah, it's that game where it plays like Zelda, but it's in an Arabian setting, and not only that, but it actually kind of plays more towards what's that game called? Beyond Oasis, because in this game, you can actually jump, and not only that, but Beyond Oasis does kind of have some Arabian setting-ish, sort of. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of like an 8-bit version of it, but not really. Also, this game also has time travel, which is really cool. Yeah, this one is definitely a really good game. I played it on emulation a couple of times. It's very fun. I really dig it. It's pretty much, like I said, it's like Legend of Zelda. It's also like Beyond Oasis, and it's just a really, really good game. And it's also surprisingly still on the cheap side, too. Like, I actually got this for, like, $8, which I think is, like, awesome. Because, yeah, like, this is actually a really good, like, adventure game, but at the same time, it's also not expensive, because it seems like a lot of NES games have been going up lately. Well, they've been going up, like, more than lately, though, but you know what I mean. Like, there's a lot of, like, ones that were, like, really, really cheap, like, about, like, a year ago that are now, like, not as cheap as they used to be. So, it's unfortunate, but whatever. It shit happens. But, yeah, this one is definitely really good. I would recommend you to go check it out if you can, especially because, like I said, it's really, really cheap, so that's very good. Even though I know this one has, like, a lot of sticker damage and stuff, but, yeah, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I definitely have played games with worse label. Well, the label's like only damaged right here. At least it's not like up here, so that's fine. But yeah, definitely a very good game. I would definitely recommend it, and I would actually like to do a video on this one because I think this game does not get talked about as much as it should be. So for this last one, this is actually a reproduction card, and this was a game that I've also played on emulation originally, and I really, really liked it, and that happened to be Clock Tower, the original game, which, as you know, they did not originally start on PS1, but it actually was on Super Nintendo. And yeah, you gotta love that label. That label is fucking cool. I really like that. So, in case you don't know, it's a horror game, and I remember when I first heard about this one, when I first played Clock Tower 3 on PS2, I wanted to check out what, like, the older ones were like, and then when I found out that this one was, like, they had one on Super Nintendo, or Famicom on this point, I was like, wow, they made a horror game on Super Nintendo? How the hell would that work? And then, of course, when I played it, I finally realized, I was like, oh, so that's how. Yeah, because I was thinking, like, hey, well, like, it doesn't have, like, super amazing graphics, so you wouldn't think that, like, it would be scary, but no, the reason why this game is scary is not because of what you see, it's really because of the sound effects, I find, is what makes it, like, freaky. And also, there's a lot of parts where like, jumps and stuff, which I think is, like, pretty awesome, but at the same time, it does, like, make me jump a bit. Like, I remember one part, you're, like, walking down a hallway, and then, like, the floor just breaks, and I'm just like, oh, fuck! Yeah, it was pretty great. And yeah, this game's also really hard. There's also, like, a lot of, like, endings to the game. I believe there is 7 or 8 endings. I forget exactly. There might actually be more than that, but you never know. I can't remember exactly. But this game is also capable with a mouse, even though I don't have the Super Nintendo mouse. I used to have one, but I don't know what happened to it. But maybe I would like to get one again, because playing this game on a mouse is a lot better than playing it on an actual controller. Although playing it on the controller is still very playable. It just, because at least, like, the cursor isn't, like, slow as shit, which I think is very important. But yeah, definitely a very good game, and not only that, but this repo card of it was actually not, like, ridiculously expensive. It was only like $40, which I thought was really good. Because normally, like, because believe it or not, like, the reproduction cards that I've seen, like, before, they were like fucking like $60 plus, and there's even one I've seen that was like $120, and that's like, what? Although, to be fair, that one was, like, really nice looking. Like, it was like one of the Final Fantasy games, and it was like silver and all over, so it looked really cool. But I just wouldn't pay $120 for it, though. But that's just me. But yeah, definitely a very good game. If you never see any repo carts at all in your area or whatever, try and order it if you can, or better yet, just, like, play it on, like, emulation. Plus, play it somehow. Like, because this game is just awesome. It definitely needs more recognition than it should. Although it does have enough recognition as it is, because, Clock Tower is pretty popular. I mean, it's not, like, as popular as something like Resident Evil, but it's popular enough that, it actually has a big enough cult following. And yeah, like I said, it's really the music in this game that really gets you going. And yes, the OST in this game is definitely awesome. So, yeah, what can I say? I already said it's awesome enough times. I think we get the point. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I got in January, and I'd like to say, well, as always, I'm always happy with everything, and, well, I guess the first thing I could do before we end this is that I should probably do the shoutouts, because, well, I kept on forgetting to do them at the beginning of the video, because Dord. Anyways, so the only person I added to the list of channels, and this was actually a channel I watched for a couple of months ago, and I don't know why I only added them just recently, but anyways, they're on the list now, and definitely a very good channel to check out, and their name happens to be Dragoon Laggy. She is very passionate, and not only that, but she loves the Sega Saturn, and, well, as you know, that system kicks ass, and also it has Panzer Dragoon. I mean, how could you go wrong with that? That game is amazing. Well, at least the one that I've played, which is Panzer Dragoon 2 Zwei, which is awesome. But I would definitely love to play the other ones, just, they're a lot of money. Especially Saga, because that game makes my wallet, like, cry every time I see it. But, yeah, no, she's definitely an awesome channel. I would definitely recommend people to check her out. So, there you go. There's your shout out. And, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff, and of course, don't forget to check out the other channels that I've mentioned in the list below, just in case if you don't know any, well, feel free to go look around. But anyways, so other than that, so next month will definitely be a great one, hopefully, and also, hopefully, I will be able to see the Deadpool movie, which I can't wait for, and hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching and commenting, and of course, have yourselves a fantastic day.